Good morning. Good morning. Good morning. Good morning. How's everybody doing? Happy Thursday to you all. Sometimes I forget we don't have Facebook as I'm trying to get into my Facebook and I'm just like, oh, we don't do Facebook anymore. So good morning to you all. Good morning to you all. Happy Thursday to you. My name is Coach Brockyan, life coach, business coach, real estate coach, and a DAD. And I asked Bryce this morning on the way to school, Derek. I said, Bryce, Bryce, I'm so excited. We get to hang out this weekend. I was thinking maybe we can play a really intense game of tag. A really intense game of tag. And Jada, this is what he says to me. I can't even say it without laughing because I was hysterically laughing, Derek. He goes, Dad, I think we can do that. I think we can do that. It's just like, I'm glad, Bryce. I'm glad you think we can do that. I'm glad your schedule allows you to play tag. So that's what I had going on here this morning. So, anyways, if you could be on video, be on video. Where is everybody today in the video world? We want to see your shining faces. Don't be bashful now. You might be driving, you might be brushing your teeth. It doesn't matter. We're all brushed up. What's up, Derek?
Good morning, brother. How you doing?
I'm good, man. I am. I as Kelly, she's on her prayer call. She says to me, I'm blessed and highly favored. Blessed and highly favored. So that is how I am today.
Amen to that, man. And you know what? I'm glad Bryce was able to pencil you in, man. You've taught him how to time block, and he was able to look at his schedule and
It's just funny what our kids say. It's just like, yeah, I think we can fit it in, Dad. Yeah, I think we can. I think we can make that happen. That's good, bud. Mom's so happy.
hey, it's a beautiful thing, though, man.
Where you
Good
at,
morning.
brother? Where you at hiding today to all our people on here this morning?
To those of y'all that can see me and those of y'all that can't, I'm actually in Honolulu, Hawaii right now. And just so y'all understand what that means, it is 2:19 a.m. It is 2 o'clock in the morning, and I'm here for it. Let's go.
Man, I appreciate you being up that. I mean, I've been to Hawaii twice and I was a basket case. As you can all imagine or don't imagine, but like I'm terrible with the time. So I was up many times at 2 o'clock in the morning, 1 o'clock in the morning because of my whole schedule of my timing. And by the time it'd be like 6 o'clock at night, and I'd be like, we're gonna eat. I'm not hungry. Like I was hungry like at 2. So well, thank you, man, for making time to be with us this morning at 2 o'clock in the morning in Honolulu.
Man, my body is so confused, Brock. It doesn't know what the hell is going on. It's like, dude, you're in North Carolina. No, wait, you're in Arkansas. No, wait, now you're in Texas. Oh, you're in Vegas. Okay, I got you. Wait, no, 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 wait. Now we're in Honolulu. What about Alaska? So my brain is just like, what the hell is
And
happening?
you're going and you're getting ready to go to the Philippines next, aren't you?
Yeah, I am leaving here in a little less than 10 hours, headed to the Philippines, opposite side of the world. Body
Yeah,
is
man.
just, again, man, let's go.
Jay's all excited. Jay's excited. Maybe Jay and Rika, you guys should see where he's gonna be at. You guys can go meet him. That'd be really cool.
Oh, that would be awesome. Jay and Rika, I'm not sure where you guys are in the Philippines, but if you guys want to connect, then absolutely. I'll be cooking for my team of VAs over there. They're coming from around the Philippines, various places to meet me in Manila. And then we're going to Bantayan, Suba, different places. So if y'all want to connect, let me know.
That's pretty cool, man. So what's brewing and shaking with your world? What topic? What are we going to talk about? What is going on in your? I kind of was thinking this morning. I'm like, I wonder where he's going to go today. I better be on my P's and Q's.
Bro, let me tell you where I'm going to go. Right here in this room. It's a simple thing. When somebody gifts you with their presence, treat it as such. Treat it as a gift. And so let me just talk with y'all this morning, beautiful people. And I'm dedicating this one to Jada because Jada reached out this morning And he's like, I love Jada's messages because he's always like, "Yo, broski, what's up?" He's just, I hear that and I'm just like, "Let's go." But he said something, man. He said he called it Thankful Thursday. We're here on this Thankful Thursday. So I figured, following up with the earlier conversation I was having this week with Charles Wyckoff, I'm just going to stay in this mood of Thankful Thursday. So if y'all will bear with me, I can't yell too loud because in this hotel that I'm in, it's like again, it's 2 o'clock in the morning, so can't be yelling and excited. But I just want to share with y'all something. So I was actually in Vegas, and I'm sitting in Vegas, man, and I'm talking with Chris Krogadal and Zena and Charles Wyckoff, and this feeling of gratitude just overcame me, Brock, because I'm sitting and I'm thinking, how blessed am I? I have a life that affords me the ability to travel and to go see and experience things. I have these people that God has connected me with through various platforms and means. And we get to keep coming together and keep meeting as we're all growing together. And I'm thankful for that. At this conference, it was the Aspire Wealth Conference. This was the mastermind version of it. And they're talking about essentially human capital. They're talking about the relationships and how these things matter. They're really talking about money movement. And when you're moving money, you have to have these things called financial friends. And I'm sitting here and realizing that me, Chris, and Zena have been to several conferences together. We've sat with Oprah's life coach, who's also our life coach. And I'm incredibly grateful and thankful to be in a position to be able to make that statement and that statement be true. So if y'all will bear with me, let me be thankful on this Thursday, and maybe it'll wear off on some other people who are too caught up thinking about themselves than to be thankful for what they do. Since Jada wrote me, Brock, I just took a couple quick notes in here just so I can stay on point with this thing because my brain just starts
Hmm.
running. I want to begin by just telling you guys, like being here in Hawaii, I'm sitting in Vegas and my daughter texts me. And she said, "Oh, sorry, no, this was before Vegas. This was in Arkansas when my daughter texted me." And she went to college over here at University of Hawaii, Manoa. And she has a storage unit that she's been trying to figure out how to get rid of the stuff and to get stuff back over to Alaska. And she's been stressed out over it, man. You imagine that when your biggest stressor in life is that you have stuff in storage that you need to get rid of, and it's just
Hmm.
like causing you pain. You remember like being 21 years old and not actually knowing what the hell life is about. So, like,
So innocent,
this,
so innocent.
so, bro, it is a beautiful thing to listen to. So I'm like, all right, let me be dad for a minute. And I'm like, you know what? Why don't I just meet you in Hawaii on my way to the Philippines and we can empty your storage? And she looks at her schedule, like Bryce did you, and she's like, I think, yeah, let's do that. And for me, it's like, yeah, I'm glad you could pencil me in. So let's meet in Hawaii. It's just 48 hours. So she could only attend 48 hours because she had a job or whatever, bro. But I'd already determined when I get to Hawaii, right? How long does it take to clear a storage unit for a college kid? Like this was just stuff in your dorm. I could care less. Like I'm gonna grab this stuff, and whether we throw it in a tote and put it in the mail, or we put it in a new suitcase and send you back to Alaska with it, like that's not the thing. I get to spend 48 hours with my daughter. And on St. Patty's Day, which I'm thankful I was able to catch the India St. Patty's Day message, St. Patty's Day would have been the 51st birthday of her mom, my first wife, that passed of cancer. So my brain and this thing of gratitude is just like, how can I make the best of this trip? How can I make how can I make this trip the most meaningful for my daughter, Brock? And so I decided to just ask her, hey, why don't we go to your mom's favorite spot in the ocean and go put a lay out there? And man, let me tell you, just a simple idea and mentioning that out loud. My daughter comes, bro. It takes us 2 hours to um to empty the storage unit. And then we have this the rest of the time to actually spend together. We go to that beach on Waikiki, this specific spot, and we get to lay and we just swim out, Brock. So we're way the heck offshore, um, out where the tourist submarine like drops down. And it's a weird moment, man. I don't know if you've been to Hawaii, but I'm I'm looking over at Diamond Head. I'm looking at the beauty of the sunset, like the purples, the oranges, the gray skies, just meeting this beautiful blue ocean, which in the distance you can see the white caps. I'm looking at the sailboats and the catamarans out there. I'm listening to the seagulls flying over and the people walking on the beach. The women that are about to get married, and so they have their gaggle of girlfriends as they walk down the beach. Some unsuspecting sucker walking the other way, not knowing he's signing up for, right? The birds singing in the banyan trees. Like I'm just taking this all in, and we each say something holding this lei of flowers while treading water, and then let this flowers go, representing her mom and telling her happy birthday. And man, you want to talk about gratitude? Let's just start right there for a second, good people. And I know this is Derek's story, but I'm hoping that some of it resonates with some of y'all and y'all can pull something from it. I grew up in Fort Pierce, Florida. I grew up incredibly poor. I grew up in an environment where I was told that I was either going to end up dead or in jail, that most people didn't make it from there by age 25 without either being incarcerated or having some bullet holes in them or some stab wounds in them. So for me to now be floating in the ocean in Honolulu, Hawaii was freaking awesome. Like 44 years old, and I'm floating in the ocean in Hawaii after coming from where I come from. I'm thankful for that. I'm thankful that I'm able to look around and see all of these beautiful things that I just described to you. And I'm thankful for the vocabulary and the imagination to be able to recall these things and then to present them in a way that somebody is going to be able to paint that picture and see that video of me and my daughter floating in the ocean holding this lei of purple and white flowers that we release for her mom. It's a beautiful thing, right? And I'm thankful that I know how to swim. How crazy is that? Don't actually raise your hand, but how many of y'all were raised thinking black people can't swim? Right? I'm taking it there. Let's smile a little bit. I'm grateful for that. Not only can I swim, but that I'm a scuba diver. Well, I used to be a certified scuba diver. Like I'm very comfortable in the ocean. So I'm thankful for that, man. And I'm thankful that I can look at other people and put myself to the side for a little bit. Because honestly, Brock, although Hawaii is beautiful, the water was a little chilly. I know that's a complaint. I got it. But the water was a little chilly, man. And I'm like, but in that moment, bro, it wasn't about me. It wasn't about me. Here's this 21-year-old girl whose mom has passed away. And she was 8 years old when she lost her mom. And I get to float in the ocean and be a small part, or actually a huge part or a small part, depending on whose perspective you're looking at, of her being able to process through that loss of her mom. And Brock, what happened, bro, is it put me in this vibration of gratitude that has not stopped. And so my brain has been just going. And I was wondering, like I always do before your show, what am I going to talk about today? So when Jada reaches out and is like, Broski, I'm like, I got you. It's Thankful Thursday. I got you. Because I'm looking at it and I'm saying, you know what? The power of gratitude is immeasurable. When you're thankful for things, when you learn how to see the purpose of all of the small things in your life, when you're able to focus on it, when you do that, you help everything and everyone that comes in contact with you feel valued and feel seen. Until this day, Brock, I have not yet met a person who did not want to be seen and to be valued. So, just looking at this from the perspective of this whole sauce of life thing that we talk about, man, this chain of thoughts, if y'all follow with me here. When you have a chef who can walk into a kitchen, and as I tell people, I'm not a real chef, I'm not a school trained chef, I'm a fridge cook. I'm that guy that goes into the cupboard and realizes that, you know what, y'all say there's nothing in here to work with, but let me see what I can do. And that's because I can walk in and I can look at different ingredients and different components and I can appreciate what each one of them has to contribute to the world, right? You may look at just a simple box of macaroni, like what I have right here. Oh, he's coming out with props. Simple
Yeah.
box of elbow mac noodles, right? And you're just like, well, what the hell am I supposed to do with that? Well, let's see. It just depends. How poor am I? What else do I have around me? Because I can boil those things up and maybe put some butter in there if I have that, and just some salt. Hey, if you've been poor, you know that you can you can make magic with just three ingredients, two, three ingredients, and whip that thing up. If I have some tomatoes around, I can whip up a sauce, right? Some olive oil or something like that. I can toss that around. Like, I can do different things with these pastas to make different meals. Some of y'all will turn it into macaroni and cheese. Somebody else will turn it into hamburger helper. Somebody else will turn that into like a casserole dish or a cold pasta or something like this. Like there's various things that you can do with that. But it's only because you've learned to look at the other elements of each one of or other ingredients around and figure out that these different flavor profiles, these different things go together. When you understand the ingredients that you're working with, you're better able to imagine how to piece them together to make magic with it. And it's not much different when it comes to the people around you, Brock, or the resources that you have around you. You see, some people will look at this life that I'm in right now and be like, "Oh my God, he's going through the divorce and he's traveling all the time and he has this and he has that going and da da da." And for them, it'd be all stressed out, stressful. But when able to look at each one of these as separate ingredients and sit down and actually think about it and just be grateful for everything that is happening in my life. How many times have you had something that happened in your life when at the moment that is you're going through it, it's stressing you the hell out? Like you're trying to figure out how you're going to leave Alaska and come to Hawaii and empty your storage unit. But you can talk to someone who has lived that type life that has you stressed out already, or they've overcome something that you're stressed out about, and they put it back into perspective. Like, hey, you were a college kid living in a dorm. How much stuff can you possibly have in a storage? Oh, and you have the smallest storage unit that they have at this storage place. There can't be much that you have there. And in the end, like me helping my daughter to look at all of that stuff and she consolidated it down to one freaking suitcase that she just took with her back because she left a couple hours ago that she just took back with her to Alaska. Those things that may have been stressing me out, people around me that come to my aid that love me, it just helped me to see it from a different perspective and like sit and be grateful for it. Sit and be grateful for the ability to fly to Hawaii on a whim and link up with your daughter. Sit and be grateful that the people around you, like Oprah says, when somebody shows you who they are, believe them the first time. Well, start to believe people and start to see the value in people. I love the people that I'm starting to connect with, Brock, and connect at a deeper level. A couple of weeks ago, I got to meet Dee and like actually sit and chat with her a little bit. The energy that she brought into this room, it was not much different than an ingredient, bro. As crazy as it is, I'm looking at her as some mac noodles. And it's just like, that's fascinating. That's interesting. Like, tell me more. Let me hear life from your perspective for a second. Let me see if I can take this in. And she helps raise my vibration a little bit as we sit in this room. Understanding the ingredients of the various experiences of your life helps you to sit in an area or to be in a mindset that you don't stay low. Well, I can speak for myself. I can't stay low for too long, Brock. I don't know about you. I just can't because there's too many things that I have to be grateful and thankful for. I'm alive, man. I'm alive, bro. I've been through a lot. Life has stumped me in the. You ever seen the movie American History X, where that dude is made to like bite the sidewalk and then he gets stumped. Like life has curb stomped me a few times, but you know what? I'm alive, and look, I have a beautiful smile. So I'm thankful for it. I'm thankful to be in a financial position to be able to not worry about those things. And you know what? The craziest flipping thing, Brock, I'm walking, bro, and I'm carrying this bag while I was in Vegas. And I'm listening to Joe Dispenza on my headset as I'm walking to this wealth conference thing. And sorry to be jumping around. Sorry, but not sorry. Y'all are getting to just experience me in my gratitude mode. But I'm walking and listening to Joe Dispenza holding this bag, and it's just this realization that, you know, if I lost everything outside of me right now, and I mean this literally, everything outside of me, I still have the right entity walking with me that will allow me to overcome all of that. I still have the ability to look at and process what I do have and be thankful for what I do have. And the loss of whatever it is that I lost will be sad, of course. I'll miss that. But dang it, I still have life, which is the greatest gift I've ever been given. And as long as I can exist in gratitude on this thankful Thursday for what I've been given and appreciate the small elements of it, I can learn how to put those small elements together, these various experiences, and recreate this beautiful recipe or create a new one, create a new life. Just yesterday, sorry, day before yesterday, I was talking with this lawyer who lost his house in the California fires. He lost everything. And at the time, he was actually at a business conference and he was explaining to me, he's like, man, I was on a 5 day trip. So literally, Derek, all I have left in life are the four sets or changes of clothing that I had. And he goes, I lost everything else, all the memories, all of the photos, the people that have been gone. But he's like, I was thankful to have that suitcase. At least I had some changes of clothes. I just needed to take them to the cleaners, do some laundry. And at least I still have the people around. Yes, they lost things too, but we can get back together again and you can rebuild. And you know what, man? Rock bottom is the most amazing place to set your foundation on, to rebuild and to start from. So, on this thankful Thursday, as my guy Jada put it, I challenge each and every one of you, each and every one of you, no matter where you are in life, no matter how much debt you think you're in, no matter what you think you're not valued for, no matter where it is that life has you right now. And you could literally be that person who life has biting the curb right now, and you realize you're about to get stumped. Hey, look, if you're listening to the sound of my voice, then that means that every single thing life has ever thrown at you, every single experience you've ever been through, the most challenging moments of your life, every single second, you've gotten through it. You've gotten through it. And if you can keep that in perspective and then reach back and see the wisdom of it, and as Joe Dispenza says, separate the emotion from the experience so that you can gain wisdom, or as Steve Jobs tell you, you can only connect the dots looking back. If you can look back at the moments of your life, even the worst things that you went through, and you can find value in it, if you can be like a Brock that says, I was an alcoholic and I went through X, Y, and Z, but it helped me to get to where I am today. If you can look at a Jada and say, I was this amazing athlete with NFL potential and then I got injured, but that injury helped put me in a position where today I can reach back out and help the youth X, Y, and Z. And then Jada can tell me a story about how he helps Chad's son, or Chad's son says something to him that brightens up his day, right? If you can look back like a D who can tell me about certain things that she had going on in her life, but now she's gained the wisdom of it looking back, then staying in that position of gratitude changes your vibration and it changes your life. And you come to this crazy realization that everything that you've been through, what didn't actually happen to you, it all, every moment of it happened for you. And it's all a part of your life sauce that you're now taking these random ingredients and putting together. And you are the only person ever who will create that sauce that you can then give to the world and feed others. Brock, I'll end with this one, man, or open this up after this. As y'all hear me say so many times, I'm Chef Derek Green. My name doesn't matter, my purpose does. I'll feed anybody, but I'm not for everybody. Adopt that. Be grateful for everything that you have. Live in the present moment, not focused on the future, because that's a recipe for anxiety. and
Mm.
you'll watch your life change. That's what I got for you, Brock.
Phew. Man, put a 5 in the chat if you got something out of today. Put a 5 in the chat if you got something out of today. And keep your fingers on the keyboard because I'm going to share with you a couple notes and I want to start off with the question. So, if you think about money, if you have anxiety about money, if you've been in a financial crisis, if you have anxiety over money, if you're nervous about your next paycheck, if you're not too sure where you're going to get your bills paid, put a 7 in the chat. Put a 7 in the chat. If you have any of those financial problems, if you've had a financial problem, you're in a financial problem, you've gotten through a financial problem, do you know that 95% of people, it's probably higher than that, have money problems? Divorces are caused by money, um, fear of money, not knowing what to do with money. And so, why I share that with you is Derek said something and I want to make sure we really understand what he just shared. 100%. I can put a guarantee on it for all the people that are on here, for everybody who watches this video. 100% of the worst day you've possibly had on the bottom of the barrel, 100% of the time you've gotten through to live today. 100% of it. Whatever your worst thing that you possibly dealt with, the greatest challenge, 100% of it, you've made it through because you're here today. Yes or yes? So when Derek says the worst day that you've had, the reason why I asked you all about your financial situation is because, as you all know, broke is a season, poor is a mindset. And I've been broke twice in my life. Do I have financial problems? Have I had financial problems? 100%. But you know what? I've learned more being broke than being rich. And I can say that with complete conviction because I know what it's like to be broke. I know what it's like to have debt collectors calling you. I know what it's like to have judgments on your credit. I know what it's like to be foreclosed on, have your car repossessed, not only one, but both my cars repossessed. I know what it's like to have a sheriff come to your door and tell you can go to jail if you don't pay your taxes. I've been there. Some people don't even, they're like, I'm not that broke. And you don't want to be that broke. But you know what? What Derek said, I do not fear being broke anymore because I've been there. I don't have anxiety. I will figure out a way in some capacity, in some way. I've learned strategies to talk to debt collectors, hospital bills, attorneys, IRS. Now I help people get out of debt. So for those that are thinking of being in debt, reach out to me. I can tell you. That's why I built a foundation of finances to be able to figure that out. So I really want you to lean in when Derek said 100% of your worst day, your worst challenge, you've made it through. And if you're struggling, gratitude, thankful Thursday is the best way to be able to get over your worst day by coming from gratitude. Derek, you can imagine where my daughter is staring me down to go bring her to school right now because it's 8:46. So I'm going to close it out with that. I'll let you close out what I said and close the show down. And I appreciate you, brother.
Hey, drive safe, brother. Morning, Brio. Hey, listen, people. If it's a problem that can be solved with money, then it's not actually a real problem. That means you're focused on a man issue versus the reality, which is the greatest thing that you've ever been gifted is the time that you have. And no man can give you more time and they can't take it away from you. That is a God thing. So focus on the moments and the seconds that you have and be appreciative for each one of those. And all of the man problems, let that crap go. It's going to be there anyway. I appreciate every single one of y'all. Thank y'all for being here with me. Y'all tune in tomorrow for Figured Out Friday. I'll be on an airplane to the Philippines. Love y'all. Jay, Rika, if y'all want to connect, hit me up so that we can connect while I'm in the Philippines. Y'all have a beautiful day. Good night.
Yeah, tomorrow we
Oh,
have
sorry,
author's
Michelle.
edition with Amberly Lago, so you won't want to miss it. It's going to be great. Joy through the journey.
Joy through the journey. Thank you, Michelle. I appreciate you.
Okay, bye. Have a good trip.
Beautiful day, y'all. Bye.